given that Kurdistan has its special history and special position, its experience is not obviously going to be generalizable to the rest of the country. What do you see as needing to happen in order to sort of facilitate a national strike?
You mean in all over Iran?
Yes.
General?
Yes.
Yeah, the first thing is that those activists in the workers' movement and university students,
okay.
Those two movements always have been very strong movements in Iran.
Okay.
And with a big influence of leftist groups in universities,
okay.
in factories, in the workers' movement in general. So the key is that the activists in those movements get together, organized, and have a plan, get prepared to have a strike. That's one thing. The other thing is that we have to wait for a very ready I mean, politically, for a situation that the strike can actually be a popular thing and the society can positively answer to that call. The same thing that in Kurdistan happened. I think the strike in Kurdistan could happen only on that date that it did.
Sure.
Not sooner, not even 3-4 days later.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't have the same chance. So it's very, very important to realize that what moment is good and is I mean, people are ready and the political groups are ready to do the same thing that happened in Kurdistan all over Iran.
Okay.
That's one thing. But I think those occasions would happen because we have a big movement in Iran. The protest is going to go on like this, and there are so many days ahead of us that we can do that. The main thing is that the activists in the workers' movement and in the youth movement, in the students' movement, get together, be ready for doing that action.
Okay, and you speak about the workers' movement and the students' movement. Is there a significant women's movement that you see as contributing in this similar regard?
Yeah, women's movement, of course, is a very strong movement too. But the thing is that with the difference of women's movement with the students and workers is that they are not that organized. I mean, it's a very broad, 50% of the society, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And they usually show their resistance, their protest by not following the hijab code in Iran, dress the way they want. Yeah. And always there is a conflict, and always there is a problem with the regime forces and women in the streets everywhere.
Sure.
But as an organized movement is weaker than the students' movement and workers' movement because they are in the universities, they are in the factories, in working places.
Okay.
They see each other. They have their different committees. They have different NGOs. They are more organized than women's movement. Yeah. But socially and politically, of course, women's movement is a very important force in Iran too. Yeah.